Stop what you are doing right now because I am about to share something that could be the difference between climbing your stairs independently or needing someone to hold your arm. My name is Dr. William, and after 30 years of clinical practice, I have come to a startling realization that nobody in mainstream medicine wants to talk about. The crisis facing older adults today is not some exotic disease. It is something so simple, so preventable, and completely within your control that most people have no idea they are suffering from it. Have you noticed that your legs do not feel as strong as they used to? Maybe they feel tired when climbing stairs, or you have experienced that moment when your leg buckled slightly stepping off a curb. Perhaps you now rely on the armrest when getting up from your favorite chair instead of springing up naturally. If any of this sounds familiar, keep watching because what I'm about to reveal will show you exactly how to reverse it. The shocking truth is this: most of your leg weakness has nothing to do with aging itself. It has everything to do with how you are treating your muscles during the most critical window of the entire day. The first 2 hours after you wake up, during sleep for 7 to 9 hours, your muscles are being broken down. Your body enters a prolonged catabolic state where it literally consumes your muscle tissue for energy because no food is coming in. After age 55, your muscle regeneration ability slows dramatically. Your body becomes less efficient at rebuilding what it broke down during the night. So if you skip breakfast or eat the wrong foods first thing in the morning, you allow your body to continue this muscle breakdown for hours after waking up. Which muscles pay the price first? Your legs. Your legs contain the largest muscle groups in your body. They bear your weight, keep you balanced, and allow you to move with confidence. When those muscles deteriorate, everything changes. Your metabolism crashes, your circulation fails, your bones weaken, and suddenly walking to the mailbox requires caution and concentration. Let me reveal what is happening in your legs right now if you are not addressing this issue. Your leg muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. After 55, the breaking down happens much faster than the rebuilding. The gap widens every single year. By 65, if you have not been intentional about nutrition, your legs could be significantly weaker than 5 years earlier. Not because you have been inactive, but simply because you have not given your muscles the raw materials to rebuild. Here's what makes this critical. Research reveals something most doctors never mention. When you consume specific nutrients within 90 minutes of waking up, your body can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 38% compared to eating the same meal later in the day. That is not small. That is the difference between slowly getting weaker year after year and actually maintaining or rebuilding your strength. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to introduce you to 5 powerhouse breakfast foods that have been scientifically proven to halt and even reverse this process. But first, what is the one activity you are most afraid of losing the ability to do? Is it playing with your grandchildren, hiking in nature, dancing at weddings, or simply getting in and out of a car without help? Comment below because your answer helps me understand what matters most to you. Now, the first food might surprise you because it is so simple most people overlook it. Cottage cheese. Not regular yogurt, but specifically cottage cheese. Why? Because it contains a unique profile of amino acids with exceptional casein protein, which is slow digesting. When you eat cottage cheese with cinnamon and berries first thing in the morning, you give your legs a 6-hour supply of building blocks to repair damage from the night. Research found that seniors consuming just half a cup of cottage cheese each morning showed a 27% improvement in leg strength over 12 weeks. They also reported 43% reduction in morning stiffness and felt more confident walking. Casein digests slowly, so your muscle protein synthesis stays elevated for hours. This is completely different from cereal or toast, which gets absorbed quickly and leaves you running on empty within 2 hours. With cottage cheese, you are keeping your muscles in constant nutrient availability. Eat it within 1 hour of waking up. Pair it with blueberries for antioxidants or almonds for magnesium. Both enhance muscle recovery and reduce inflammation. The second powerful food is almonds and almond butter. These are not just snacks or casual breakfast additions. When you consume almonds first thing in the morning, you get concentrated vitamin E, one of the most potent antioxidants protecting your muscle fibers from damage. Over time, this accumulates. Research shows older adults eating almonds regularly have significantly better muscle quality and less muscle fat infiltration, a major contributor to weakness. You also get magnesium and potassium, the 2 minerals your legs need to function optimally. Magnesium controls muscle contractions and prevents cramps. Potassium ensures your muscles receive adequate oxygen through improved circulation. 1 ounce of almonds provides 76 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 20% of your daily needs. Most older adults are deficient in magnesium, which is why so many experience leg cramps at night. The solution is elegantly simple. Eat a small handful of almonds or 1 tablespoon of almond butter with breakfast every morning. The third food is one most people would never associate with leg strength: beets. Beets might be the most underutilized vegetable for seniors wanting to preserve leg function. Why? Because beets contain betalains, powerful compounds that reduce inflammation throughout your body, including leg muscles. More importantly, beets are rich in nitrates, which convert to nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide tells blood vessels to relax and dilate, allowing blood to flow freely and delivering more oxygen and nutrients to leg muscles. Research consistently shows people consuming beet juice or eating cooked beets experience improvements in walking distance, muscle endurance, and overall exercise tolerance. For seniors, this means walking further without fatigue, climbing stairs without stopping, and maintaining better balance. You can roast beets and eat them with olive oil and sea salt, or juice them and drink a small glass in the morning. A study published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics found adults over 60 consuming beets 3 times weekly showed 19% improvement in walking speed and 25% improvement in endurance compared to those not eating beets regularly. The fourth food is lentils and legumes. Lentils are incredibly dense sources of plant-based protein and fiber. Unlike other plant proteins, lentils contain resveratrol, which activates a protein called sirtuin, directly involved in muscle preservation. When you eat lentils as part of breakfast, perhaps in a savory breakfast bowl, you consume approximately 18 grams of protein, along with compounds telling your muscles to hold on to themselves and resist age-related breakdown. Lentils also contain polyphenols, antioxidants protecting your muscles from inflammation, and oxidative stress that makes them weak. The fiber keeps blood sugar stable, critical because spikes and crashes contribute to muscle loss and energy crashes throughout the day. A recent study following adults over 65 for 6 months found those incorporating legumes into breakfast 3 times weekly maintained significantly more leg muscle mass compared to those who did not. They also reported better energy levels and fewer afternoon crashes. The fifth and final food is spinach. Fresh or lightly cooked spinach provides a unique combination of nutrients working together to protect and rebuild your legs. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, which activates a protein in your muscles and bones called osteocalcin, absolutely essential for bone density and muscle strength in older adults. Spinach also contains folate, iron, and magnesium, 3 nutrients working together to support circulation, prevent anemia, which weakens your entire body, and reduce cramps. When you add a handful of fresh spinach to breakfast, mixed into eggs, blended into smoothies, or sautéed with oatmeal, you get about 100 micrograms of vitamin K per cup. Over time, this compounds into significantly stronger bones and better muscle function. A clinical trial involving seniors found those consuming spinach or leafy greens daily showed better leg strength, improved balance, and lower fall risk compared to those who did not. Benefits were most pronounced in people over 70, suggesting the older you are, the more critical this becomes. Now let me share a practical example of combining these foods into a morning routine that actually works. You wake up and drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of unrefined sea salt. This activates your digestive system and restores electrolytes lost during sleep. Within 30 minutes, eat a bowl of cottage cheese with blueberries and a small handful of almonds, giving you slow digesting casein protein and protective micronutrients. This meal takes less than 5 minutes to prepare, but sets the stage for everything else. An hour later, if still hungry, enjoy a small beet salad with spinach and olive oil dressing. The betalains from beets, nitrates for circulation, and vitamin K from spinach create a powerful synergistic effect. By mid-morning, your leg muscles have received a complete spectrum of nutrients designed to help them repair, rebuild, and function optimally. But there is something most people completely miss. The way you eat these foods matters as much as what you eat. You need to eat breakfast within 90 minutes of waking up, not because you are starving, but because that is when your body is most responsive to nutrient signaling. You need to chew food slowly and deliberately, which aids digestion and allows your brain to register fullness properly. You need to avoid large amounts of liquid with meals, which dilutes stomach acid and impairs nutrient absorption. These small details might seem insignificant, but they have tremendous impact on how effectively your body uses the nutrients you are consuming. Over 30 decades, I have watched patients transform their leg health simply by implementing these strategies. I have seen people who thought they were doomed to wheelchairs discover they can still hike and travel. I have seen people afraid to get up at night because they feared falling become confident enough to take evening walks with their spouse. Transformation is not instant. It takes about 6 weeks before you really start feeling changes. But then something magical happens. Your body realizes it has access to nutrients consistently and starts allocating energy toward maintenance and growth rather than breakdown. Your legs feel stronger week by week. I want to address something important. Some of you are thinking, but Dr. William, I have arthritis or diabetes or take medications interfering with nutrient absorption. How does this apply to me? The short answer is it applies even more to you. These conditions often contribute to muscle loss, which is why the foundation becomes even more important. If you have arthritis, nutrient-dense breakfast helps reduce inflammation. If you have diabetes, these foods have much lower glycemic impact than typical breakfast foods. If you take medications interfering with absorption, eating truly nutrient-dense breakfast helps compensate for that loss. However, with specific health conditions, discuss this with your doctor or registered dietitian because individual circumstances vary. The core principles remain the same. Your legs deserve proper nutrition. Your morning is the critical window. Specific foods can make an extraordinary difference. Let me tell you about someone I treated recently. Sandra was 68 when she came to see me. She had developed a significant limp and experienced burning sensation down her calf. Multiple specialists found nothing wrong. No pinched nerve, no arthritis, no circulatory problems. What she actually had was advanced muscle loss combined with poor circulation, both developing silently over years when morning routine was wrong. I asked what she typically ate for breakfast. She had just coffee and maybe toast an hour after waking. Sometimes she skipped breakfast entirely because she was not hungry. This was her problem. Her body had been in a catabolic state for nearly a decade and her legs had paid the price. I introduced her to the breakfast foods we discussed. Cottage cheese with berries, almonds, beets, lentil soup for savory mornings, and fresh spinach. Within 4 weeks, her burning sensation decreased noticeably. Within 8 weeks, her limp was almost gone and she walked with confidence again. Within 3 months, she started taking dance lessons with her grandchildren, something she thought impossible. The transformation was not from magical supplement or medication. It was from eating right foods at the right time. This is what is possible when you take control of your nutrition. Now, I want to mention something about consistency. If you eat perfect breakfast one day and skip breakfast the next day, you will not see results. Your body does not work that way. Your muscles continuously evaluate whether they should hold on to themselves or start breaking down further. When you consistently give your body right signals through proper nutrition, your muscles respond by becoming stronger and more resilient. If you are inconsistent, your body remains in uncertainty and breakdown continues. This is why I emphasize this is not about perfection. It is about creating a sustainable routine you can stick with day after day, week after week, month after month. It does not need to be fancy. You do not need expensive supplements or specialty store foods. Cottage cheese, almonds, beets, lentils, and spinach are all affordable, available at any grocery store, and prepared in minutes. The barrier to success is not money or access. It is simply awareness and commitment. You need awareness that this matters and commitment to making it a priority. So here is what I want you to do starting tomorrow morning. You do not need to overhaul your entire life. You simply need one change. Pick one of these 5 foods and add it to your breakfast tomorrow. Notice how you feel. Notice if your legs feel stronger, if your balance improves, if you have more energy. Then next week, add a second food. The week after, add a third. Within a month, you will have completely transformed your morning routine and your leg health. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you 3 things. First, which of these 5 foods are you going to try first? Is it cottage cheese, almonds, beets, lentils, or spinach? Leave your answer in the comments below. I genuinely read every single comment and I'm always fascinated by what resonates with different people. Second, I want you to share your story. If you implement these changes and start to feel a difference in leg strength, balance, or overall mobility, come back and tell me about it. These stories help other people understand this is real and actually works. Third, if you found this video helpful, please share it with someone in your life who might benefit. Whether family member, friend, or neighbor, there is probably someone you know struggling with leg weakness and does not realize something can be done. That person might be one share away from transforming their life. Thank you for watching today. Remember, your legs are not weakening because you are getting old. They are weakening because they are not receiving right support. That can change starting today. I will see you in the next video.